Okay, hey y'all. The music just did not want to stop. Like Rihanna said, please don't stop the music. Head ass. Anyways, it's your girl Lex. Back at it again for Get Your Shit Together. And y'all like how I brought up Rihanna? Because the Super Bowl was just the other day, right? And I don't know if y'all know this, but me and Rihanna have the same birthday on February 20th, which is in 4 days from now. And I don't know what to do. And like, I'm not gonna stress myself about not knowing what to do or not having any plans or knowing what my life is gonna look like in a few days or a few years or a few months or whatever. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think Rihanna saw herself singing at the Super Bowl the other day, like a couple of years ago, or when she was my age. Like, we don't know. We just gotta show up when we're called, right? So I guess that's what I want to talk about today, because I am like unsure of what my calling is other than talking and singing. Um, but it's just like, what am I supposed to do with that, right? And I guess that's where this podcast comes in, right? Because this podcast has helped me unlock a lot of things in my life. Like, if you look at the dates in between the episodes, sometimes there was times where after one episode, I had to just shut down, right? And I had to put the pieces of the puzzle back together in order to come back and give you an update and unlock something else and then repeat the same process. And then eventually the process became like a shorter period of time of when I can, share my life with y'all and process that, because I don't come on here with nothing planned. I tried, and I was like, fuck that. Because I feel much more freer this way. And like, I don't just have a topic in mind. Like, when I put a title on the show, it's after I've recorded and had to think about, well, what the hell did I just talk about? What was the theme? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was the point? So, I don't know. I feel like life is more about what we're called to do rather than what we choose to do. Right? Because some people feel called to sing. And if you feel called to sing, why are you working at a job? Or why are you not working on your voice? Why are you not strengthening that tool? Right? Because I always felt called to sing since I was 3. And I remember I was in my bedroom, and I had a little boom box, and I was listening to an Aaliyah album, Rock the Boat, and I was just singing the song. My mom walked by, and she was like, "You singing?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, and she just walked away. And I was 3, so obviously wasn't singing words, right? But it's just like, I've always sang. Like, I love listening to music. Sometimes, like, I can listen to a song. I'm not worried about the words. I'm more interested in, I guess, the music, the beat, the tempo. Like, I have a playlist in my phone called Good Vibes Playlist, and it's full of mostly upbeat songs. A couple of songs snuck in there. I don't know how I kicked them out. And it's just songs that I want to listen to uplift myself. Songs that I know is going to have me dancing in the shower while I'm cleaning or in the car. Like, those are just my songs that I like. Not that I don't have hundreds upon hundreds of songs in my phone. Like, music takes up a lot of memory in my phone. And yesterday I realized that podcasts were taking up 19 gigabytes of my data. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Because I didn't download these podcasts. So I had to go through, delete all the ones that were downloaded. And I'm like, who the hell set this up? Like, I can't take no videos, no pictures, save shit. Anyways, problem solved, got it all together. It's all cool. That's basically what life is about. Just seeing what is up with problems that you are faced with, right? Because the problem that I was faced with was not enough storage. So I was like, you know what? Let me go see what's taking up my storage. And I realized that podcasts were taking up 19 gigabytes. I was like, well, we're going to put a stop to that right now. And I did. And now we're cool. Haven't even taken no pictures. But at least I know I have storage to take pictures and videos and stuff like that to share with y'all. So, back to what we're called to do, right? The problems that come to us are called to us by God, right? So that we can learn something new, so that we can unlock a new puzzle piece, right? You know how in Pretty Little Liars, when Uber A was hiding the puzzle pieces everywhere, right? They had to go through some shit to find that puzzle piece. And then when they found the puzzle piece, they realized, well, who set it up? It was Uber A, right? Put that in concept with God, right? God is not making you go through a lot of things to find a puzzle piece. It's just when problems come up, it's how you're gonna handle it, right? You can try to handle it yourself, see how that works out for you. Or you can say, hey God, what do you want me to do with this? And he'll tell you. Or you say, hey God, can you solve this problem for me? And the problem will go away. It was just brought to your attention to see what you were gonna do. Okay? So that's just what I feel like life is all about. And with my life, I don't want to live like everybody else. I don't want the fancy apartments like everybody else. I don't want the fancy clothes and shoes and this, that, and the third. I don't want that, right? I want my room up in heaven, right? That's what I want. I don't know about you. And I understand that everybody sees God differently. Some people don't see God at all. Some people, they see God sometimes when they go to church, every now and then, right? Some people see God every Sunday when they go to church. Sometimes they go on Wednesday for Bible study. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people see God every minute of their lives. And that's really what he wants, right? But, I mean, I say he because that's just what comes out. Because I don't know if God is male, female. God is God. It ain't up for me to know or understand, right? Like, it doesn't matter, right? the fact of the matter of the fact, or whatever, however you say it, right? The most important thing is that we're in communication. I am not trying to solve things based off of what I know, because I don't know a lot. I mean, I know a lot, but I don't. But God will give you the answers, right? Like, you ever just been talking to somebody and then they say, you were right when you were talking about this, this, and that. You're like, well, what did I say? They're like, dang, you didn't know what you said. You said, da, da, da. I'm like, dang, I said that. That is when God is talking. Because you have what you want to say in your head, but that's not always what comes out. And if you think about what you want to say clearly, you can pick apart words to make it sound good or bad, or be confusing, right? But I just talk from love. I try not to just judge people. I'm not supposed to judge people, and I don't. I don't try to come off as judgy, right? But I ask a lot of questions for my understanding and for theirs, because sometimes somebody can ask you a question, you're like, well, I never really thought about that. And it'll be a simple question like, how many times has somebody asked you, what do you want? I bet you not many, because they're busy telling you what they want. You don't get much of a chance to say, what do you want? Unless there's some pushback against what they want. And that's life. That could be whoever that person is in your life, right? But I had to start asking myself, well, what do I want? What is gonna make me happy? Right? And then I would start doing things that would make me happy. Like, makes me happy to go to sleep with a clean apartment, right? But then I had to realize, well, what's gonna bring me joy? Right? Because I need to have joy whether or not I have dishes in my sink. I need to have joy whether or not I got money in my wallet. And the only way to get joy is to get God. And to know God is to understand that He is not the being that people make Him out to be. Right? Because people say, well, oh, if you do this or this, then you go to hell. Or if you are like this, or you like this person and you do this thing, and you're going to go straight to hell. And I'm here to tell you, those are lies out of hell. Where do you think they got the information from? Where do you think they know what's going to get you down there? Because it's in them. They living in it. I was living in it for months. And just straight hell. And I probably would have told you to go straight to hell. And that ain't right. But the fact is that I had to seek joy from God, because that's the only pure way to get it. And you want to know what brings me joy? What brings me joy is knowing that no matter what, God put me here. Because there were times where I just did not want to be here. And I was willing to take myself out of the game. Take me out, coach. But now, I'm saying put me in. Right? Let me enjoy what life has to offer. Because I've suffered through what life has to offer as well. And I just can't let it go without knowing that there's something in me that is so special. And I don't know what it is. I don't think I'm the best singer. I'm definitely not a good dancer. I'm not even an okay dancer. I'm not even a dancer. Like, I'm a park and bark. If I were to ever become a singer, I'd be a park and bark. Which is okay. Jenny Rivera did. She shook her ass a little bit. Like, she wasn't a dancer. She wasn't doing cartwheels and busting moves. But she did it. She went on stage. She performed. She loved to do it. This is the last thing she did. She was going to do it. Because that's how she felt. That's what she felt was her calling. Or I'm assuming, right? To me, that was her calling. But I'm pretty sure she had other gifts and other talents. And obviously she had a life of terror. But she answered her call. And like I said, I don't know if singing is my call. I'm perfectly fine singing into my broom while I'm sweeping the floor. Okay? I could care less if I sold 1 million albums or not. Because for me, it's just knowing that this is something I have in me. And not a lot of people can sing. You can learn to sing. Some people are born knowing how to sing. You can learn to be a teacher. But some people are born teaching. Y'all heard my coffee pot? But some people are like, you can learn to be anything. But what you're called to do is what you're called to do. And I've realized that I wanted to go to college and be a chorus teacher. Because I was like, you know what? If I go to music performance, then I'm actually going to have to sing for a grade. And there's a lot of auditions to that, and I'll be judged off my voice. And I was just like, I'm not doing all that. I'm not going to do it. And so I was like, you know what? I'll do music education. And then my course teacher was like, well, do you even know how to play the piano, sis? And I was like, no. But I learned. And I did it for my senior project. So I killed 2 birds in one stone. So by the time I wanted to, well, in between me learning to play the piano and trying to get my senior project, I went to the school I went to, University of West Georgia, for like their preview day, where you just preview the school and tour around the school and learn about what they have to offer, right? And then I saw that they had a math education, a secondary education math major, right? Meaning that you can teach math to high school. And you can get it in a 4-year degree, which I knew was a 6-year degree at other schools. So I was like, I could be a math teacher. I'm okay. I'm good at math. Like, I don't try too hard. I just go through the concepts. And the math got a math. Like, it's math, right? So, I went to school to be a math teacher. And people would be like, oh, you're so smart. You're a math major. You must be smart. And I'm like, I'd be smart if I was flipping burgers, bro. I was born smart. Like, people were telling me smart before I knew what smart meant. Telling me I'm smart before I knew what smart meant. Okay? So just like, I don't have to prove myself. I don't have to get a degree to prove myself to nobody. But what I have to prove to myself is that if I know how to read, I better be reading. If I know how to write, I better be writing. If I know how to sing, I better be singing. If I know how to talk, I better be talking. If I know how to cook, I better be in that kitchen. I need to go throw out some chicken, y'all. I don't know if I want tacos or chicken. I'm gonna do tacos. Okay. Back to the schedule program, right? So I don't really know what my calling is. I could have already answered it when God picked me up off the floor. Like, God has given me chances upon chances to choose Him. And I had to start choosing Him. Which means realizing that I don't have it in me. I ain't got it. I can't fight no more. And choosing God is choosing that there is more to your understanding. Which is why I say don't lean on to your own understanding. Because your eyes can play tricks on you all day. But sometimes I be thinking I'm tweaking. But that's not the point. The point is that my eyes aren't going to see everything. Peripheral vision only goes so far. But God knows everything. He sees everything. Just because you got a roof over your head don't mean He can't see you. God is everywhere. He's the air that we breathe. That's how He created the earth. He blew air into it. Which means that it's above me, right? I'm just a sim, okay? I ain't got no. You know what happened when you leave Sims with free will? They go get in the pool with no ladder in it. How did you get in there? And then they get in there and they just be swimming for hours until they die. Or they set stuff on fire. Like, I don't get it. But that's basically the point. We will self-destruct if we are left with our free will. We have free will. And that helps us make connections and find interests and express ourselves, right? But ultimately, it's not up to us. And I don't want it to be up to me no more. I'm tired. Like, I ain't got it. I ain't got it. I got God, though. And if you are listening and you don't have God, or you're not sure if you have God or not, or if you don't know where to start, I'm going to help you out, okay? So I want you to repeat after me. All right? Say, God, I am here. Work it out. For me, please. And then amen. And God will realize that you were there. You're talking to him. And he's going to work it out for you. Like, I don't know if y'all grew up in church or not. But I grew up Baptist. And in the church, and when you're sitting in the congregation or in the choir or wherever you're sitting, you can't just ask the pastor questions. They just talking and talking and talking, and people are just shouting back at them like, keep going, keep going. And then they get done and they ask you to come to Christ. And sometimes if you're listening to what they're saying and listening between the lines, you will start hearing things that just don't sit well with your spirit. Like, I remember I was in church one day. And the pastor's preaching, I'm listening, paying attention. And then he said something about not liking gay people. I was like, you know what? I can't agree with you there. Why are they here? If God can still use you. No matter if you gay, straight, any part of the LGBTQIA plus. God can still use you. He just wants you to be you. Like, if somebody's telling you you're going to go to hell just because you like somebody, what is that doing besides stressing you out? Nobody can just send you to hell. Only God can. If you're not harming anybody by liking someone, like if you're not being a sexual tyrant and just having sex with people and passing around diseases, that's what is wrong? What's the problem? And people try to make you a problem because they can't see that far out. They don't have the vision you got. I had a teacher, one time she couldn't see out of the left of her eyes. And she always got me and my friend mixed up. And so she would call my friend's name, but she would be talking to me. But she would call my name. No. Or call my friend's name and be talking to me. Or she would call my name and be talking to her. And we didn't really look alike, but we were two black girls. But anyways, they don't have the same vision you got. So whatever is good in your eyes, stick with that. Work on that. Ask yourself, well, why is this good to me? And after you assess that, if it's still good to you, hold on to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let people run your lives. Because then the game of Sims gets fucked up. They get you stuck in the stairwell. How you get stuck in there? Following somebody else. And now you can't move. Like, I'll let people just tell me what to do with my life because I feel like I didn't have the answers. I feel like I was too young to know anything. People tell me, oh, well, you too young. You don't have enough experience. So I'm like, okay, well, tell me what to do. And then when they tell me what to do, I'm sitting here looking stuck like fuck. When I should have just been listening to myself and reading my Bible. Or educating myself on things that interested me so that I could be a better me. Instead of doing whatever everybody else felt like I should be doing. And I don't want to live like that no more. Like, whatever God tells me to do, I'm going to do it. And that's just on period pool. And I don't know how he speaks to you or he speaks to other people. But for me, it's my spirit, right? There's too many people. I mean, there's too many. You can't really tell what's going on with the energy. And so me, I'm the type of person that if I see a whole lot of people at the store, I'm going to another store where I can peep the energy a little better. Because when there's too many people, there's too much shit going on. I don't mind going out to places with a lot of people, but I don't usually do that. But I'm just not going to go to a store with a lot of people outside, especially if it's a whole lot of men standing outside. That'll be fucked up. So sorry. I don't care. I don't care what y'all got going on. Y'all ain't finna have me going on. And that's not fear. I had to learn that I was living in a lot of fear, right? And when I would go to a store and there would be a lot of people in there, I'd be scared, like, oh, what if there's a shooting in the store? And what if da-da-da-da happens? Or what if this happens? Or what if that happens? No. If I gotta go to the store, I'm gonna go to the store. If I don't feel right about going in the store, then it can't be based off fear. It has to be based off what my spirit is telling me. My head's gonna tell me a lot of shit, because a lot of people didn't put a lot of shit in my head. But my spirit has to guide me in everything that I do so that I'm walking in my authenticity. Right? Because the mental, we're working on the mental. Okay? Like, we're working on it. I'm going to therapy. Okay? But we are mind, body, and spirit. So if I'm ignoring my spirit and my mind and my body, who am I? You know what I'm saying? So I'm working on my mind, following my spirit, working on my body. Speaking of, why, as I'm sitting here talking to y'all, my cycle started. Or at least I hope it did. But anyways, that was probably TMI, but what happened? I told y'all there isn't too much information. Okay. So, I guess whatever I feel called to do in my spirit, I should follow. And I'm also working on not letting money cloud my judgment. And if you want to listen or learn, not listen, but learn more about how I'm handling money or how I've handled money in the past and held on to it instead of just being broke. You can go to, I guess, my socials and then click on the link in the bios. And then there's a website called Big Legs with 2 X's. You go on their website, you put in your information, and you will get an email with my book or guide or whatever it is. I call it book. It's a short book. It's like 14 pages. It's just me explaining how I've handled my finances in the past to where I haven't just been broke. But I've seen broke days. I've seen rich days. And I've never been rich. I've always been poor. I've never made above the poverty line, right? So the most I've ever filed on my taxes for my income was like $12,000, and that was because of unemployment. And I probably shouldn't be telling y'all my tax information, but like I said, what is too much information for y'all? So I guess that's all I got for today. Right, just invite yourself into your heart and allow yourself to let things come up. Right? Let memories come up. And don't just push it back. And that's what I had to work on, because things would come up and I'd be like, you know what? I'll worry about that later. No, I worry about that now. It's reasons coming up now. So, when you open your heart in general, God is able to come in. Like, he'll not come on in. Right? Because he's already in here. You know what I'm saying? So, just say, hey, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And he's going to bring things up. He's going to bring the memories up for you to work on them. And for you to see where God was in that situation. And it might be some scary things. But the fact that you are still breathing is proof enough. And that's on period poo. And then once that's first thing. And then now you're able to go through other things, put other pieces together of where God was, and you realize, okay, well, God was showing me this and this and this and this and this. So that right now in this moment, I can use that to help someone else. Or I can let that go, let that pain go, because it doesn't serve you anymore. And then breathe. And then keep going. That's all. So, I'm going to leave y'all with that. I love y'all. I really do love y'all. And y'all should let me know if y'all listen. Like, slide in my DMs. You get what I'm saying? I'll respond. And that's at I Wanna Lick You Up on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, wherever. I just wanna see y'all. See if I'm helping y'all, or if y'all like what I have to say or not. It ain't gonna stop the show. I just wanna know. You know what I'm saying? Part of that scientific method, right? Gotta do my research. So, yeah. Y'all be great. Have better days. Try your best to have a good day. You can always change a bad day to say, you know what? It's gonna be a good day. And then do something for yourself, and you'll end up having a good day. Like I already told y'all. So, love, peace, and chicken grease. I fuck that up every single time. Because it ain't mine. And I don't know where it came from. But credit's due where it's due. And it's an old saying. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Just like Peace, Love, and Soul from Soul Train. So respect is due of whoever came up with that. I'll give you your props. Definitely, okay? But until then, bye.